Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have a new banner unit here. This is possessed GT Trunks, right? Baby possessed GT Trunks. I like, well, I mean, I guess I kind of love the pick, really, for a banner unit character. And he does do what I ask banner unit characters do, right? Which is, he is a support, right? He supports babies category. And he also has a lot of defensive mechanics. The problem is they set him up, I think, for failure, in my opinion. With his kit, they're demanding two things that are just flatly unrealistic, and I think it does kind of submarine this character. I'm just gonna jump on over just for 1 second here. We're about to, go ahead and rainbow him. By the way, this GT Trunks, you could add this guy to list of one of my worst shafts ever. It does feel bad when it's like, all right, let's just keep summoning until I rainbow, one of the, potentially not a very good character. But there's a couple of things here that are hugely an issue with how teams and good characters are constructed right now. This, I mean, this is just a nightmare. Okay. I guess this is not so bad, having baby around. But then this, slot 1 for a banner unit? And then after receiving an attack, so he has to get hit. So dodge build could hurt, but like I know, like, okay, so let's talk about it. Dodge build could hurt him. That is true. But what do you think we're gonna give him? I tried to give him raw defense and dodge. I don't care about additionals. I don't care about crits. I wish they would, like, this is them doing this intentionally. They made him need to get hit intentionally to tank him. They did. Because a lot of characters nowadays, who is someone who had it? Vegeta and Trunks. Vegeta and Trunks have it. Look. For every attack received or evaded. Why doesn't he have that? Why? It would make him, I'm not bullshitting, chat. It makes him maybe even like a third as good. Twice as good. I'm so serious. If we're actually able to fully give him dodge to really raise his survivability and really make him more of an option. It's just, man. These banner unit characters should be very good. Like, they should be real. Like, this guy, again, this guy took me 8,200 stones to rainbow. And he's not even that good. Like, let's maybe, like, raise the level. That is something I think we should do. If it's going to be a summonable character, like, bro, let's do a little better here. Alright, guys, so here we are, with Rainbowed Link level 10, Baby. Well, I guess it's just the name for the character. Like, Baby is not actually in it. It's just Trunks Possessed GT is what we have for his actual name right here. Okay. Yeah, so let's just quickly, I guess, start a rotation. The only problem is in this Shadow Dragon Saga boss rush, this is a good fight to try and use some of these baby characters, because the real difficulty of this fight, Dokkan Fest Baby will cancel. He completely will foderize. Like, the last phase has these nasty mechanics that Baby will just shit on in 2 seconds, so we don't have to worry about Omega being scary. But unfortunately, a lot of these bosses do, like, seal and stun, and it can be a little bit annoying for specific character showcases. I guess maybe we run Baby Trunks in slot 2, Trunks Possessed GT, because, okay, so this is a problem with this character. It would be, like, as a banner unit, I mean, flexibility would be good. Maybe the character that we would consider, like, I mean, if not outright the best banner unit ever, I mean, he's certainly on the short list, is this guy, right? So, like, let's look at what this guy was. Like, he was guarding, he had super class support right there, he'd get hit, he'd get some stats for a couple of turns, he also had damage reduction, then he had attack support, more stats, right? Like, this was a great character, right? Because he was versatile, he was supporting, he had a lot of defensive mechanics. That's what we're looking for. Unfortunately, though, this Trunks, they are like, you better run him in slot 1 if you want most of his abilities. He also gets 250. Dude, that's so crazy. Because he gets 250. Like, he gets like 400% attack and defense, basically, being in slot 1. 400%. It's a lot. Yeah, by the way, he does have... We could see the cut on his arm. Alright, well, I'm going to put this baby in slot 1 right here. Because this little rat bastard, he stuns or seals, whatever it is, I forget. I mean, it's fine. You know, I would want to show baby, like, on, or, you know, baby Trunks possessed, on, like, you know, in a lot of these different situations anyway. Here's his link set. As long as we're next to a baby, we'll be able to get a lot of these up. Thirst for Conquest, Coward, GT, Loyalty, Royal Lineage, Hatred of Saiyans, and Fierce Battle is what we're rocking in terms of baby's links. Most of these are trash. Remember what easily would define if a link is, like, when I would say it's trash? I suppose Hatred of Saiyans is not going to be the worst if we've got a bunch of these babies together, although, to be fair, only really Dokkan Fest Baby is, like, an elite option we're using everywhere. This guy's banned in most events, and then this guy's not that good. This guy doesn't have his time-limited buffs anymore. So, yeah, I would call Hatred of Saiyans shit, because, you know, doesn't have good characters. Same with Coward. We're not going to have this activated. It's just not going to happen, so it's a worthless link. Loyalty has a good effect, 2 key 5% damage reduction, but I don't think we're going to be having this up. So, it's like, it's just, you know, a lot of issues. All right, let's see. Now, Possessed Trunks here, he does have an ability. If there's a baby on the turn or all allies are crowed body and mind, he gets 100% attack when attacking, and he's also guards. Oh, baby dodged it. Nice. Nice. Alright, hopefully he doesn't kill. Oh, Key Blast nullification. Oh, that's actually going to hit Trunks, too. Trunks is a Key Blast character as well. So, what is... I think this is Rage. Rage Shenron is going to block it. Okay. Yeah, there's a normal right there. Alright, let's see what Baby Trunks is at. 7 million. Yeah, not very good. But, again, there's 400% hit him attention system additional normal. Once again, there's 400% attack and defense we get in slot 1, right? And Possessed Trunks does give Crota Body and Mind characters 1 key 30% attack and defense, which obviously is good. We'll take that. All right, we'll just come back next turn. We'll keep going. We'll see what Baby Trunks looks like here. All right, guys, coming back for our next rotation. Here is Baby transforming. So here we can try and put Baby Trunks in slot 1 and see how he's gonna do. He does get a reasonable amount of stats. From being in slot 1. We'll probably go to a Dokkan event stage at some point to show off some of his debuffing abilities. Make sure we're able to utilize those. Alright, let's see how this kid looks here, man. Let's go. So, yeah, this is very good. My dodge build could hurt, but it's just like, man... I mean, additionals and crits on this character flatly will have no impact on winning, right? Like, this guy actually dodging, like, could... like, help really significantly. You guys know this. I'm not... the only wackos don't acknowledge that, right? Like, real fucking morons, so who cares, right? Okay. So, the way we have it right here is exactly how we want it, because, look at this right here. So, Trunks... This is where characters have holes in their kits, too. When you have to take the first hit to get... This is 250% stats, kids. Like, you know, you want to know what 250% is on a character? That's like what Baby gets turn 1 and when he attacks, right? Like, that's a massive monster amount of stats right there. And then being in slot 1, he's going to get this. Now, remember, this should trigger right here. Like, these abilities right here should trigger the second we get orbs with the character in slot 3. That should be like Vegeta and Trunks' ability. A lot of people kind of don't realize that about Vegeta and Trunks, or they don't pay attention or whatever. But Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1 get a big attack and offensive buff, but it doesn't activate until you get the orbs with character in slot 3. But it's up before the enemy starts attacking, if that makes sense. If you know, you know. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, right? But yeah. Anyway, all right. So here we go. So Baby Trunks. Hopefully this kid is like, yep. Let's I do want to eat that first normal, and then we can dodge super if we want. That's fine. Yeah, see, that's bad. Worst case scenario would be we dodge that, and then we eat the super, which didn't happen. We straight up fucking dodged the super. Okay, that's good. But there are a lot of stats we didn't get right there, right? 250% attack and defense, and a guaranteed additional super he gets once he's actually hit, right? Again, the fact, them putting the fact that he needs to get hit, it's just... they kind of just like drunkenly assembled this character to suck. Because like that, him needing to get hit is just, I don't know what they were thinking. I truly don't. Because many characters nowadays, even Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku fucking has it. And I'm going to pull its kit up to prove it, right? It's get hit or dodge. Why a banner unit? A new summonable unit doesn't get that. It's like, it is offensive. It's offensive. Like, what? Like, bro, I spent like $4,000, you know, Rainbow in this character. Like, I can't be respected, Amatsu. Like, look, dude, this guy came out. This is June of 2023. After receiving or evading an attack. Why the fuck does Baby Trunks not have that, man? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It significantly makes him way stronger. You add that one line, and that character gets just, like, way fucking stronger, man. It's really annoying. Really, really, really annoying. Alright, guys, here we go. Alright, so let's have Baby Trunks, hopefully we, just eat one of these hits. And then again, we get 250% attack and defense and the additional super. We'll see how this guy's gonna hold up. I do kind of wish Nova was supering us in slot 1. Certainly would have made things a little bit more interesting, but, I mean, it is what it is. Not a big deal, I guess. Alright, remember, Baby Trunks just gonna sit there in slot 1. Super Baby 2 in slot 2. We'll see how we do. Okay, so we eat that, so we get massive stats. Let's see what his massive stats look like. 26 million, so it's quite a substantial difference. And then there's his super attack. Oh, we're actually... Yeah, Nova could be attack debuff. This is his slot 1 ability right there. Attacked enemies, attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. Hidden potential system, additional normal, because it's never a fucking super ever in your life. You'll never see a hidden potential system additional super. Kids cry about additionals just so you can get normals all day. Yeah, man. Let me do that. The attack debuff we saw is right here, by the way. There's that. And let me pull up his super attack effect as well. Show you guys. I think if they really wanted to respect old Trunksy boy here, you already know they could have given him a little bit of stacking. Just give him something. Even him stacking defense could have been useful just in these GDC, like, you know, era fights. Not even necessarily like Festival that I'm talking about. But he gets 30% defense, supreme damage, and then he does have a seal, which, I mean, if a fight can be sealed, these days typically it's designed around being sealed, so it's useful to have it. All right, we'll just keep going. We're now at ice. Yeah, cool. That's good. That's good. All right, let's come back next turn. All right, guys. Baby Trunks is locked. So, no greatness on this turn. I'll just leave Baby Vegeta back there. That's fine. Alright, I mean, I guess Baby Trunks has given us a little bit of support. He's not really going to amount to very much on this turn, but, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, 5 orbs is fine. Well, actually, we'll save the SR orbs for Rose. Alright, let's see how we do. My last baby got floated off, so I could just cycle the babies. I do want to make sure Baby is kind of like... on each rotation. Once we get past ice, we're gonna win, I think. Because then, well, I do want to save the baby Great Apes. I should be careful of Int Super Baby. We do want to be a little cautious with him. For sure. Because I do think that Physical Sin might be able to slap him around a bit. Yeah, nice. Okay, Ice has a little bit more HP than I remember, huh? Okay. Well, but we have Rose next turn. I might just fusion Zamasu. Tell Rose to, like, fuck off. Or tell Ice to just fuck off. I think that's probably what we'll do. I think even if Baby doesn't dodge right here, we should be fine, though. He's gotten a bunch of stacks at this point. He does get hit. Okay. Yeah, my dodge luck actually... Last couple of days, I mean, I've been unlucky with everything, but... I might just blast him a fusion Zamasu. Yeah, hey, Ice. Burn in hell. Goodbye. Just do that right there. I don't mind doing that. Just get the fuck out of this stupid locking phase. And again, we have Baby's Golden Grid Ape, which will allow us to cook in the final phase. This is a pretty scary... Yeah, see, this is worst case scenario for this Baby Trunks. I mean, you know, let's see how good he is. I mean, the kid wants to be running slot 1. it's wholly possible that my dodge build could just allow us to dodge the super in the first place, which would be good. We would want that. So, I mean, they say run Baby Trunks in slot 1, dude. Let's do what the game tells us, man. 5 orbs, there we go. Something tells me I might need that extra little bit of HP. Rose is on rotation, supporting Baby Trunks as well. Let's see. Okay, we eat it. Uh-huh. Yep. That's why it's stupid when they tell you run the character in slot 1. That would be why. That would be why. That's what happens when you run the character in slot 1. And you might go, why were you running him in slot 1? That's a good dude, that's a great question. Why would they do this? Why would they do this? So, alright, there we go. I mean, that's perfect. Nice, easy video. He sucks. I mean, he sucks. Because otherwise, we're running him in slot 3. And, I mean, he's losing this damage reduction, losing all of this in slot 3. And then basically, you're just working with this. Like, it's just like, I don't, like, this is the problem. These two are the culprits. If these were rearranged, all you'd have to do is after receiving an attack or evading, I think is balanced. And this should have been, like, slot 3. Slot 3, but trigger as soon as the orbs are collected, right? Like, if this was just being as the 3rd attacker in the turn, but it would trigger as soon as orbs collected, I'd be okay with it. So, like, if this, 3rd attacker in the turn, and this is receiving an attack or evaded, those would fix this guy. But as he's set up right now, I don't know really what they're expecting you to do with him, because he's not very good. So we weren't on a full Crota Body and Mind team. Let's just go to a full Crota Body and Mind team. And, like, we did see his attack debuff, but we could also see him, like, seal or something. Alright, guys, here we go. I might just make this the last rotation right here. This will just at least be able to have us show, kind of like his full abilities, right? We'll be able to, show the attack debuff from Baby Trunks, as well as the seal. Please hit him. Okay, good. Alright, so 26, yeah. So, like, we could probably get a little bit higher, right? Based on, like, Omega or something like that, but generally, this is what he's going to look like. I mean, if he always was doing those, I'd consider that pretty good with the support. Oh, hidden potential system additional super. Happy birthday to me. How lucky, dude. Nice, man. And yeah, we could see the seals and then the attack and defensive debuff right there. But that's it. That's Baby Possessed Trunks. I don't think too highly of him. It sucks because, I mean, he's got a lot of, like, guard and damage reduction in his kit, and he's supporting. So you'd think, like, okay, like, those are the main things I asked for, these banner units. But it's because, here's why. In slot 3, his impact is not good enough to run, and in slot 1, he'll fucking die. That's the problem. That's it. He's not good enough in slot 2 or 3, and in slot 1, he dies. Alright, guys, there was Baby Possessed Trunks. Definitely a real stinker, unfortunately, guys. Definitely a stinker. They were close, but they decided to, sabotage his kit right at the end. This is Cunning, Parasitic Ability, Trunks Possessed GT. Leader skills, Crota Body and Mind, or Terrifying Conquer, category key 3, and 130% of stats. Passive skills, Confirmation of Power. He gives Crota Body and Mind allies 1 key, 30% attack and defense. That's good. This is kind of brutal right here. Per Crota Body and Mind or Terrifying Conqueror category ally in the team, depending upon which category has more members, he gets 50% attack and defense and 5% damage reduction. In that last run in the Super Saiyan 3 Broly Dokkan event, I made sure we were running a full Crota Body and Mind team. But wow, talk about a buzzkill. And this is where, we need a GT category, because had we gotten like a GT category, which I was begging them to do, rather than, I don't know, Terrifying Conquer, we could replace that with like GT right there, and, we could be good, because then, Trunks, just spoiler, is not on GT bosses, which, Dokkan is obsessed with not doing GT villains, movie villains, Dragon Ball Z villains, they, super villains, it's bosses, so it's, yeah, so, this is tough. Because where you're going to want to run, like, Baby and stuff is Omega's team. And Omega doesn't give him this, and neither do any of the Shadow Dragons. None of the Shadow Dragons have that. So, if there's an ally whose name includes Baby, or all allies in the turn on Crota Body and Mind, Baby Trunks gets 100% attack when attacking and guard. And then here's just the killing blow to this character. As the first attacker in the turn, he gets 1 key, 150% attack and defense, 15% damage reduction, and then attacked enemies attack and defense down 30% for 2 turns. That's a passive attack debuff, by the way. That's a very strong one. So, like, that will lower super attack damage by a lot if the enemy can be attack debuffed. That's the kind that could lower super attack damage and have a real impact. So, where this Baby Trunks could be good is if we took him against a boss that could be attack debuffed, and then if he's able to survive before being insta-killed and can actually touch the boss, he'll start to have an impact right there. And then finally, as if, you know, running him in slot 1 isn't enough, they want you to run him in slot 1 with 0 dodge, which is a fucking death sentence. Because after receiving an attack, he does have to get hit for this. 250% attack and defense and a guaranteed additional super. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just huge issues here. Huge issues. His super attack is the Buster Cannon. He gets 30% defense for 1 turn, supreme damage the enemy, and then seals enemy super attack. If the boss can be sealed, I mean, obviously it's, you know, good to be able to seal. Can be a strong ability. 12 key multiplier, 140%. That's a normal number. Thirst for Conquest, Coward, GT, Loyalty, Royal Lineage, Hatred of Saiyans, and Fierce Battle are his link set. He does have a couple of stinkers there. We're probably not going to have anyone to have Royal Lineage active with, or Coward, or Loyalty, really. So, it's like he's got a lot of, like, dead links there. Here's his best linking partners. I'd love to see them do something with the possessed, like, you know, GT Hybrid Saiyans, right? Like, they... You know, we could get, like, a massive Baby Saga celebration, and they could really kind of, like, extend this Baby, you know, team out and some of these Baby characters. I'd love to see it. I would. I'm very happy Baby finally got his Dokkan Fest. I wish the banner unit would have been a little bit better, because, you know, villains are, you know, we can't sit here and just, like, cry, like, oh, my God, villains, when 2 years in a row, they actually really have been, and like, they've done such a good job. Like, the Worldwide Download Celebration, 2 years in a row. Like, I mean, we had the Broly team last year, and then we got the Omega team this year. I mean, you can't ask for, like, it's, like, perfect, right? But, like, there's always we're gonna want more buffs for villains. Because, you know, Anniversary is just every single time, almost all the Anniversary characters are gonna be super class, right? It's just how it is, right? So, it's like, the rest of the year, there's a little bit more pressure to hit on these villain characters. You know, if they drop Tech Blue Kaioken, it's a huge bummer because we've been waiting for Blue Kaioken, but, like, teams are not dead because Blue Kaioken isn't that good. But, like, they fumble the right villain, and then that will kill multiple teams, right? Lastly, Baby Trunks' categories here. He doesn't have many. He's on Crota Body and Mind. At the very least, this is my concept I call raising the floor. Baby Trunks does raise the floor of the Crota Body and Mind team. Because, I mean, certainly Baby Trunks is better than, you know, these characters right here, right? So, I mean, he's at least raising the floor of a category that historically has been horrible. Then, Baby Trunks is also on the Terrifying Conqueror category team. Will be interesting to see once this gets an elite leader. Definitely looking forward to that. Alright. Then, he is on the Hybrid Saiyan category team. So another Hybrid Saiyan character, although this isn't really a Hybrid Saiyan we could use with other characters, like, you know, on the Hybrid Saiyan team or whatever, but, you know, not a big deal there. Then Trunks, of course, is on the Earthbred Fighter category team. You know, one of the best categories in the game. Massive, amazing team. I'd love to see this get a leader skill any day now. And then finally, Baby Trunks is on Mission Execution. Still pretty happy that Mission Execution is a thing. Because it allows, you know, a lot of these minion characters to have a category, which is good. So, let me know what you guys think of Baby Trunks, but unfortunately, he does appear to be a stinker.